PDP is in deep mess. Right now in Ibadan, the national convention is going ahead, despite 2 court orders pulling in opposite directions. One judge in Abuja said, stop. Another in Oyo said, go. FCT Minister Wike is furious. PDP elder Bode George isn't backing down. As they disagree over planned convention, 4 governors stormed Ibadan yesterday, rallying delegates. Thousands are flooding Likan Salami Stadium as we speak. But INEC, they've washed their hands. No monitoring, no recognition. This isn't just a convention. It's a power war for 2027. Watch this video to the end.
Let me bring in yet another view into this matter, because this is highly legal. Because I'm wondering how the party will move forward from here. There's a man who is also highly invested in the matter of the PDP. His name comes up right every other time. As the FCT minister, Yensam Wike, former governor of Rivers State, who is on the telephone with us. I understand that he's in Lagos, maybe en route to Ibadan. Minister of the FCT, Yensam Wike, thank you so much for joining us on the program. You are headed towards Ibadan, isn't it? Is that, if I'm right? Because I understand that you are in Lagos at the moment.
Sure, thank you very much. That's good guidance to bad rubbish. I came to Lagos to celebrate with my very good friend, the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayoshi, my other brother, who will be celebrating his 65th birthday tomorrow. So I'll be here with all our friends to celebrate with him. You know, Shem, I'm not the kind of person that will say one thing and then I turn around to say another thing. I'm a respecter of the law. I'm a believer in the rule of law. I have had Suleiman video. I've had our father, Chief Olamode George, was unfortunate, very unfortunate, at the level of Chief Olamode George. Don't understand the difference between a substantive judgment and an ex parte order that was made by a court. The Federal High Court on the 31st of October had all counsel. I gave judgment that over 20 senior advocates appeared. And again, sooner than video went to court, challenging the party that cannot continue with convention because it denies me my rights. You know me too well. I'm not in a good relationship or talking times with the Lamido. We're not even spoken to each other. But the point remains that the court gave final judgment today. Our father, former deputy national chairman, we're going to tell the public. But the court in Ibadan gave a judgment. The court in Ibadan did not give a judgment. The court in Ibadan gave an ex parte order. And then I extended that ex parte order. Are you now telling us that the ex parte order will override a substantive judgment of a court that even has jurisdiction? But anyway, that is for the court. I'm not here to lawyers, I'm here to argue. And I'm saying, I'm going to say, the Supreme Court has said internal affairs of the party. Shaming is very, very ridiculous. How do you go to this interpretation Supreme Court? We're not talking about candidates of party. We're not about leaders. We're talking about, look, you have to follow the Constitution. You have to follow the letter act. You have to be INEC guideline and your own Constitution. If you breach this, you cannot. And they forget ask Olabode George. Did you read the Omotocho's judgment? What was the point of contention? What was the challenge? If the African lives there, 5 million against INEC. Say INEC, as you have a duty by law to make sure parties allow internal democracy by following what the Constitution says, by following what the Electoral Act says, by following what the INEC guidelines says, and by following what their own Constitution says. We're not talking about...
Just a moment, Governor Wike. You and some of those who disagree with what is going on in the PDP at the moment, it does look like those who are in Ibadan are having a good time. The thing that the party needs to move forward. They are of the opinion that some of you are holding down the party and want to kill the party. They are going ahead with the convention and they don't care about whatever that is going on.
No. Again, this is the problem I've always told people. Impunity. None of them there, even Bode, all of them there. Bode has said the party is united. Ask him. Since 1999, as united as the party is, have we won anything in Lagos? Have we won anything in Lagos? When he was deputy national chairman of the party from 1999, have we won anything? A united party as he said. So I tell you today, it is only in my state where you have members of National Assembly as PDP, where you have all the members of the State Assembly as PDP. In Lagos, what do you have? So if there are people who want to talk about the party, who are supporting the party, making the party to be united to move forward, I think that it is weak. And what was it? Did you know that the Wabara-led Board of Trustees set up a committee to look into this matter? Have you seen the report of the committee they set up? The committee told them, listen, if you want this party to be united, if you want this party to move forward, stop this now. All these big entities are saying that is a court judgment from Ibadan. There's no court judgment in Ibadan.
All right, Minister, just a moment. Minister, just a moment. Because some of the things that you said, Chief Bode George would like to quickly respond to it. Just a moment, sir.
I am shell-shocked. Yes, I'm not a lawyer, but I went to school. I could read and write and interpret. I was just talking about Lamido. Because if he had attended the last INEC meeting of the party, and the INEC people who are present, you would have seen that the party was following its own system. I am shocked when individuals head out. You are saying, Chief Bode, I'm not a lawyer, and I thank God that I'm an engineer, because we have exact science. All this interpretation, you said the court gave a finality with what he wrote. Everything he wrote in that judgment contradicted the directives of the Supreme Court. And for fuck's sake, what you should do, that is the primus inter pares. We listen to it.
The minister just said that the judgment, whatever that some of you are following, that you insist that you are going ahead with that convention, with the or your court order, which is an ex parte order, cannot be more than a judgment, a substantive judgment of court. That is what he's saying.
He said it should not be something of the court. I am not a lawyer, and I'm glad that I'm an engineer.
But he's inferring that if anybody going to that convention is acting illegally, and that convention is illegal.
No, it is not illegal. This party is not owned by an individual. And I'm talking to him as my political son. He got his own judgment.
Minister Wike, you heard what Chief Judge said. The Chief Judge says the party is not owned by one person. He's talking directly to you. He said you are his political son, and the party is bigger than all of you.
It is illegal, and the only time we can...
I've never had any relationship with Chief Bode. Remember, when Bode wanted to run as chairman of the party, he found that one of those who stopped him. At that convention, he had to withdraw. We told him no way. And that was the convention that produced Chief Uche Secondus. So what we are saying, he talked about that committee. That committee said, do congresses of Ebonyi. That committee says, do congress of Southeast. That committee says, do congresses of Anambra. Ask him, have those congresses been done? Ask him. He's talking about INEC was there. Has he taken time to read the 95 pages and just your motorcycle judgment. It is not about you being emotional. Sitting in your house as an elderly person. I understand how he feels. This is the way he wants it. But again, I want to tell you, even the so-called Congress that was held in Lagos, Chief Bode was angry. He called the National Organizing Secretary, Baturi, that he was going to fight Sheyi Makinde, who wants to take the secretary. We were all there together. He didn't know we were all there together.
Minister Wike, just give me a moment, please. Chief Bode, just give me a moment. We're due for another break. We'll be right back after this time out, everyone. Thanks so much, everyone, for staying with us. We've gotten to the very end of the program. Chief Bode, Judge, tomorrow and going forward, where does the party go from here? We just have 30 seconds to close.
Listen, the party is solid. No individual has any authority over our party. Every decision made is collective responsibility, and we are proud to state that he has openly declared that he's going to vote for the president Tinubu. And how can you still be talking and be whining about our party?
All right,
you are the ones now translating this and that. Everything he has done, he said he will not come to our meetings anymore. So why is he still?
Judge, so let's close. Let me get Governor Wike's final thought. Judge, we just have 30 seconds to close. Governor Wike, where does your party go from here? Dire situation, what's the way forward? 30 seconds, please.
Just let us show to Nigerians. We are not a abiding organization. Let us show to Nigerians we believe in the rule of law. You cannot be a party disobeying court judgment, and then you say you want to take over the reins of governance. It's not possible. People like Bode Judge, with their word of experience, even though he said he's not a lawyer, but he should not be discussing what he does not have the fact and knowledge about. Let us obey the judgment of the courts.
All right.
Not an ex-party order. So that we cannot see them. People like Senator Spaki have said that the committee they set up, headed by Wakilin and have come up to say, look, stop this thing.
All right.
Let's put our house in order.
All right.
And you don't want to obey it.
We're totally out of time. But Governor Wike,
they're meeting for a party. For a party. They can go ahead to generate. They can generate.
All right.
At the end of the day.
Governor Wike,
the majority of the members of the party know that this party is the Iroko political party in Nigeria. There's no organization that will not have disagreements or debate. There'll be all kinds of things. But the ability of the managers to be able to tell themselves the truth is a measure to the Nigerian public which political party can be trusted. I listened to comments. First of all, I want to reassure you that this party is solid. This party is undivided. And the way things went on, I am hell shocked that he took the party to court. The last NEC meeting we had, NEC is the next most powerful committee to the National Convention. At that NEC meeting, the dates for collection of forms, those who wanted to contest, were stipulated. What they are supposed to do, when they are supposed to return the forms, were all well stated and approved by NEC. That is the procedure. Now, my brother got it all wrong. For about a month or so, everybody who wanted to collect forms will apply, pay the normal dues, and they give you the form. But on his own side, he came physically on the very day that the return of forms closed. Of course, with his status. If he had called them earlier or told them that I want to take this form on so, they will oblige him because of his status. But to now carry that and now went to court because they didn't give you the form. That day was the last day to return the forms. So did he do what is right? I just heard about the judgment by another court there in Abuja. For God's sake, the Supreme Court has ruled that all these kind of issues, political issues,
but Chief Judge, as it is right now, I see that you are not yet in Ibadan because I'm familiar with the background. This is your house in maybe in Lugard or the other side.
I'm in Lugard.
You are in Lugard in Ikoyi. So I see that I'm not sure you are even planning to go. Is it going to go on?
Of course, the convention will go on. The court that under Justice Akintola has given his own judgment. He stated that, look, the order to continue our operations is being extended till Monday next week, and that he will give his own judgment on the 8th of December. Now, Lamido has come with his own. There is a judgment in Ibadan stating emphatically.
Are you inferring, Chief Judge, are you inferring that there might be some intentions that Mr. Lamido has, other than the fact that he wanted to run? Because you said that he came on the last day. He meant that he came late and when things could not have been remedied. Are you inferring that his intentions were ulterior?
He did not attend. Wait a minute. He did not attend the NEC meeting where all these decisions, the beginning of the sale of the forms and the end of your returning the forms. And in the form, there is no way he could have completed it on that day because it's a last day. There are people he will request from the 6 geopolitical zones to endorse his form. For God's sake, he's an elder of the party.
Chief Judge, give me a moment. Give me a moment, Chief Judge, for a moment.
Wike wants control. The governors want loyalty. PDP is cracking live in real time. Make sure you share your thoughts on this video. Like, share and subscribe for more updates.